Hello and welcome. This is HLessJon. This episode we'll be talking about the if-then-else statement. Last episode I went over the equality, relational, and conditional operators. I repeatedly mispronounced relational as rational. That is not correct. The if-then is a basic control flow statement. The control flow statement controls the order of execution in a Java program. Programmers can use values and conditional logic to manipulate what happens and when in a program. This is basic control flow. There are several different types of control flow statements. In this episode, in the next, I'm going to cover if, else, then, and then the switch selection statements. There are also others, including the loop statement and the transfer statements. I covered the if statement, also called the if-then statement, in the last episode. The basic format being an if followed by a test of a condition, and this is followed by a statement or statements that is to be executed if the condition of the test conditions are passed. Another way of saying that is the test conditions were found to be true, since these test conditions are going to be answered with true or false. The statement that is executed can actually be more than one statement, and this means there will be a block of statements. Notice that a block of statements will need to have braces around it now that it's actually a block of statements. The if-then-else statement actually presents the program with two choices. If a condition is evaluated to be true, then it will execute a statement. But if the condition is not met, rather than just drop back into the program and go on its merry way, it continues on until it hits either a true evaluation, because often in if-then-else statements there will be multiple evaluations, or it will hit the else statement and execute that statement. With the if statement, it is possible that nothing happens. With the if-then-else statement, some statement will always be executed. Here's the basic format for the if-then-else statement. You have an if, followed by a condition, and then a statement, and then the else, and then the statement. You notice there is no condition behind the else because it is the default. It's going to happen if the conditions are not met. If there are multiple conditions to be checked, the format will look something like this. The if condition, followed by statement. The else if condition, checking another condition, followed by a statement. Else if condition, statement, else, and then statement. Okay, let's look at the sample program, my grade. What I've done is I've taken, and this is a pretty standard example. We have here a program called my grade. I've established the first variable, the integer test score equals 76. And then I go into the testing situation. If the test score is greater than or equal to 90, then it will print out the grade as an A. Else if the test score is greater than or equal to 80, it will print out grade as a B. Else if the test score is greater than or equal to 70, which in this case it is, the system will print out grade equals C. And in this case, it will kick out grade equals C. And then it will go around all the rest of the programs to the very end, and there's nothing else to follow, and then it will just end. So if I had put into the int test score equals 0, it will then go on into else if test score greater than or equal to 60. It would not have been true, so it would have just gone on into the else. It would then execute the system out print line grade equals F. So this has been HLessJon talking about the if-then-else statement. Glad you could join me. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you around.